Hi, this is Laura from LiveVisions.com, and I just wanted to talk to you about Venus squaring Uranus. We're going to have Venus squaring Uranus a few times this summer, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how this may play out. Now, it's going to be squaring Uranus July 2nd, a few days before, a few days after you're going to feel this. Then again around August 9th, a few days before, a few days after you're going to feel this. And then again in September 29th, a few days before and a few days after. So Venus is the planet of love and money. It rules money, and it has to do with love and relationships. Squares are not a harmonious aspect. They create difficulty, right? And Uranus has to do with unconventionality. It has to do with sudden things, just something happening quickly, suddenly. Uranus can have to do with aviation, electronics, things like this. It can have to do with technology. It also rules detached nature, a detachment, right? And somebody who's a bit more aloof, right? So when Venus squares Uranus, there can create ups and downs with money. There can create unexpected expenses that you didn't expect. This can also create, obviously difficulty, but it also could create difficulty in relationships, because squaring Uranus, there could be an unexpected ups and downs in a relationship. Sometimes there's a sudden breakup. Sometimes it's suddenly seeing somebody that maybe you don't want to see, right? Sometimes with that. It can also be, maybe you have to think outside the box kind of a situation for money. And this can also be where a partnership, I'm going to tell you this, you may have an unconventional type of relationship, or relationships could be a little unconventional. I want to say if your relationship is good and everything is great, you may not feel it as much, right? But if you're having difficulty, there may be the propensity for one person to want more freedom than the other. Or, I don't want to see you as much. There's a detached energy here, right? And there could be the energy of makeup, breakup, right? There could be this energy of when Venus is an aspect to Uranus. This could be, look in your natal chart if you have this, but as well, but maybe there's difficulty in a relationship because you could be drawn to the bad boy, right? Somebody who's unconventional, does their own thing. I don't give a shit what anybody says or does. I do my own thing, right? And Venus is going to be, and Taurus has a lot to do with security and stability, right? And Uranus is in Taurus, right? And Venus is in Leo, go big or go home, right? Leo is something that's out in the open. It's not hidden. Unless, of course, you're a Virgo rising, and this Leo would be in your 12th house, right? But Leo has to do with something that could be made public, right? Because Leo is ruled by the sun. So there could be an unexpected break, or, and things that are just a little bit difficult, maybe with money. And, the best way to deal with this is to be flexible, go with the flow, and say, okay, you need a break, okay? This person says, I can't see you every day this week. I have to focus on my work. Let him or her focus on their work. Be able to give somebody room to breathe when Venus is squaring Uranus. Otherwise, you could be headed for a breakup. If somebody, I'm going to tell you this, some people may say, well, what if this person is playing games and they just want to see other people? Then it may be a decision that you need to make to break it off. Maybe that person's not for you. Now, remember, Venus will be retrograde, right? Venus is going to be retrograde. And during July, starting from July 22nd, you're going to be rethinking and reevaluating love and money, right? And yes. Did I do August? Yeah. Now I did August too. Let me check something with August. Just want to check, double check. Uranus will go retrograde August 28th, and it will be retrograde most of the year. But for the month of July, Venus will be retrograde, rethinking and reevaluating. I'm going to tell you at the end of August 28th, when Uranus goes retrograde, there's not as many ups and downs. There's not as many unexpected things that are thrown at you as much, but it's more digesting the things that have already been thrown at you and figuring out, okay, how are we going to navigate this, right? That's kind of what it is. So let's talk about each and every sign and see how this is going to be affecting each person, okay? So if you're an Aries rising, now I'm going by rising signs because it's going to be most accurate, but if you want to look at your sun as well, great. Sun is your soul, moon is your emotions, so there you go. All right, Aries, this Uranus squaring Venus will be in your, maybe there could be money, unexpected money with children, right? There could be maybe unexpected expenses with children, unexpected expenses for a creative project, right? Money could be a little up and down. Maybe, yeah. I'm going to tell you, Uranus rules your house of friends, groups, and organizations. So maybe things, if you work for a group or organization, things are a little up and down. Venus rules your 7th house of partnership, and it also rules your 2nd house of money. So if you're in a business partnership, this could be up and down. Now, I want to say if you're dating, because 5th house is also the house of romance, maybe there's an unexpected expense here. I wasn't expecting that. Or it just looks like something with children, a creative project or romantic situation costs you some money that maybe you weren't expecting. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, if you're a man and you're dating, maybe you're thinking, okay, can I afford to be dating right now? How much is this going to be for me, right? But tensions could be a little high, and maybe sometimes you're dating somebody and you're arguing over money. This isn't the time to borrow money from somebody, especially if you're dating. If you're not in a committed relationship, you shouldn't be borrowing anyway. But this could come back to bite you in the ass. Just saying, be careful. All right, Taurus. I think it's more about kids though, Aries. Just saying. Taurus, for you, there's could be something unexpected with home and family, right? So maybe there's unexpected security and stability with a home and family situation. Maybe, who knows? You're rethinking and reevaluating where you're living. You're rethinking and reevaluating the money you're going to spend on the home, right? And you're like, I'm not sure. And maybe some of you with Uranus in the 1st house want to get out of a rut. You want to break free from a situation. Maybe you want to move, right? And it's like, well, can I afford this, right? Can I afford to move, right? Maybe somebody's living with you and you're like, I don't know if I want this. So something with home and family, and maybe it has to do with money. You're rethinking, reevaluating. And but a part of you wants your freedom, wants to break free from a situation, right? And maybe an old lover wants to live with you. Some of you, this could be love in the home, right? Some of you, this is rethinking, reevaluating, decorating in the home, right? Do I have the money for this? Some of you, it's like, well, I want to move. Am I going to be able to afford the other home, right? I want to break free from something, right? Now, remember, Venus rules you as a person, and it also rules your 6th house of work, health, and day-to-day activities, right? So maybe this is you rethinking, reevaluating your day-to-day in a new place. You're thinking about it, right? Now, Uranus rules your status, right? So, I would say maybe finances could be a little shaky because Taurus also rules security and stability, right? So make sure don't overextend yourself. Be careful of that, okay? All right, Gemini. Gemini, for you, this, I want to say Uranus is in your 12th house and Venus is in your 3rd house. So for you, this could be, let's see. I want to say communication or siblings, maybe, some sort of communication that's happening behind the scenes, behind your back, or unexpected things that you're not seeing happen, that's seeing coming, maybe dealing with neighbors, siblings, or communication in general, right? This could also rule vehicles, right? But maybe this is, can I afford that vehicle? Venus here in the 3rd. It can also be communicating about money. you know, because this is the third house of communication, communicating about love. Maybe you're not expecting, let's see, Uranus rules your 9th house of contracts, legal, people and places at a distance, teaching, writing, publishing. So maybe there's unexpected information coming to you, right? Even somebody at a distance coming to behind the scenes that you're not expecting. Venus rules, okay, your 12th house, and it rules your 5th house of romance, children, dating. So maybe, you know, there's, for you, unexpected things with maybe a romantic partner that you're not expecting them coming up and saying, hey, how you doing? Maybe this is unexpected communication about children, you know, that you're not seeing. And it just looks a little difficult. Maybe they catch you, you know, it's like, whoa, I didn't even see this coming. What's happening here, right? You know, right? So maybe it also has to do with money. There's communication maybe about money if you're doing a creative project or something like this, or money for kids. And yes, Uranus rules your 9th house. So maybe unexpected legal contracts, something like this. So that could be something of question here, Gemini. All right, Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. For you, let me see what we got. This could be, there could be tension with friends, groups, and organizations, and money. Okay, money that comes to you. So if a friend's saying, hey, can I borrow some money? If you don't have it to give away, don't loan it. Okay. If, and maybe that could cause tension, but I'm just saying there could be tension if you don't get it back either. So to be forewarned is to be forearmed. Maybe, you know, maybe you're trying to reach some sort of stability and security with a friend group or organization financially. That could be too, but it's difficult, right? Now, Venus rules your 11th house, and it also rules your 4th house of home and family. So you're trying to bring in, maybe make things more secure for home, I feel, maybe through friends, groups, and organizations. Uranus rules 8th house, joint resources, joint finances. So there could be some borrowing involved, I feel. So don't loan it if you don't have it, is my advice. Also, yes, that's just it. You could make money through friends, groups, and organizations, but it's difficult. Maybe think outside the box. That's my advice. Leo, 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 Leo. Venus is in your sign. Okay, and it's squaring Uranus in your 10th house of status, right? So for you, maybe, you know, love is coming to you, money is coming to you, but maybe it's not what you thought, right? You're rethinking and reevaluating. Do I want this career? Do I want this relationship, right? Maybe there's an unexpected shift in your status, career status, relationship status, and you're kind of rethinking and reevaluating, do I want this? You know, is this where I want to be? Is this something I want? So keep that in mind. I think you could be now let's see, Venus rules your 10th house of status, and it also rules your 3rd house of communication. So you could be communicating about status and the money that's coming to you, but you're rethinking and reevaluating that money, or even that love relationship. Uranus rules your 7th house of partnership. So for you, you know, maybe there's ups and downs with a partner during this time, right? A shift within your title or your relationship status. I think you're rethinking and reevaluating during this time, and it's creating a little difficulty for you. That's what I feel. All right. So I just want to check something. Is this working? I hope it's working. Anyway, I'll just do the video. Keep going. I was like, keep going. All right. I just have to check one thing. I just really want to see. Hello. Okay, it's working. All right. I just wanted to make sure the volume, I'm like, don't tell me I'm doing all this and my volume freaking is not working. Okay. Virgo, Venus is in your 12th house, right? And Uranus is in your 9th house, right? So maybe there's some things going on behind the scenes with money that you're either, okay, one of two things, right? If there's contracts going on, there could be financial things that are very secretive going on, either that you don't know about or you're keeping secretive, okay? You could be making money in a very private, secretive way through teaching, writing, publishing, something very unique, different, or innovative. This could even be thinking outside the box. There could be an unexpected legal situation maybe happening that you're not expecting, that has to do with money and or love behind the scenes, and maybe you're not seeing this going on, right? Some of you with Venus in the 12th house feels love is eluding you. It's not happening. What's going on? And, you know, it's just by September, this is going to be getting so much better. A lot of you could be keeping a relationship secretive, okay? Some of you are like, well, I'm going to see how this goes. If you're dating somebody internationally, a foreign person from a foreign land, this could be a little difficult, right? I don't know, but for some reason, you're keeping something secretive. You don't want others to know about it, and this could create some difficulty. Uranus does rule your 6th house of work and day-to-day activities, right? So maybe you have unexpected people from, you know, that you're not expecting, or an unexpected work contract that you're not expecting, dealing with money, and maybe you feel like it's just not happening, or there's a delay to money, or I don't know, maybe it's finances that you're not expecting. Like, yeah, it could be something you're not expecting here. Now, I do see Venus rules your 9th house, and it also rules your 2nd house of money. So maybe there's some legal money coming to you that you're not expecting, right? But there also may be that you're keeping secretive. You're not telling everyone about. And like I said, there could be a contract, a financial contract, and you keeping something secretive when it comes to finances. You could keep a love relationship secretive too, right? Some of you, are you going to get married and not tell anybody? Are you going to Vegas? Right? Hey, baby, let's go to Vegas. Bet on love and let it ride. So maybe you're, you know, you're going to go into a marriage contract, but you're not saying anything. You're keeping things quiet. There's something really private here about love and or money that I see happening for you. You could be also working behind the scenes to make some money, right? That's what I'm also seeing here too. Especially if you're a teacher, writer, publisher, you're dealing with some sort of contract situation. I see that. Some of you could be careful you're not in love with someone who's unavailable, who's already married, right? Emotionally unavailable or physically unavailable. That could be, I have to keep it a secret because the person's unavailable, right? Some people with Venus in the 12th maybe want to keep their sexuality private. That could be too. I'm just throwing all the things out there. Also, this could be, what else? Some people may feel like love is eluding them. It's just not happening right now. And it's a time for you to rethink and reevaluate your beliefs on love and relationships, and maybe ways in which you get in your own way or you allow others to get in your way. Rethinking and reevaluating love at this time before Venus goes direct, right? And Venus goes direct around September, the beginning of September, right? So let me see. Did I put that here? July. Where's July? Oh, okay. Venus. Yeah. It's going to be going direct in September. And after September would be a better time if you're going to go for somebody new. If a past relationship comes back, be cautious. You may be keeping it secretive and private. Could be that too. Yeah, a lot of people could be dealing with the past here with Venus retrograde. Okay, Libra. A Libra, whoa, you're ruled by Venus. Now, Venus is in your 11th house of friends, groups, and organizations. All right. And Libra, Venus also rules your 8th house of joint resources and joint finances. A friend could become a lover with this, but, you know, with friends, groups, and organizations, it looks like there's difficulty with loans, money you owe others, money they owe you. So if you owe a group or organization or even a friend money, I see difficulty here. If you are, I want to say, there could be ups and downs with intimacy. Let's say you're making a friend something more. You could have a lot of ups and downs. Maybe somebody wants a little bit more freedom than the other person. It's like maybe you cross the line, meaning that you took it to another level, a physical level, a sexual level. And maybe you're not really there emotionally, but they are. So you want to make sure you're looking at that. And it could be vice versa too. Maybe they feel more than you do, or you do more than they do. But I see a friend could become something more, or you're rethinking and reevaluating friends, groups, and organizations, especially if you're making money. You could be rethinking and reevaluating this because there's unexpected things with money you owe others and money they owe you, right? If somebody owes you money, it could be difficulty with a friend. If you owe someone money, this could be difficult too, right? Now, I feel you could make money through friends, groups, and organizations as well. But you're going to have to think outside the box. Maybe it's a group effort, something like this. I'm also seeing, I don't know. It looks like there could be some difficulty with money you others. I just see that plain as day. So just be cautious of that, okay? Scorpio, this is happening. Your Venus is in your 10th house of status, and you have Uranus in the 7th house of relationships, right? So maybe some of you, there could be difficulty with a partner, right? Unexpected things with a partner, your love life, your relationship status, your career status. Whether this partnership is business or personal, it looks difficult to me. So you'll be rethinking and reevaluating your title. Do I want to be Mrs. Jones? Do I want to be single? Do I want to be married? Do I want that job? Do I like my position as the secretary? Do I want to become an executive? Whatever your title is, you're going to be rethinking and reevaluating during this time. It looks like you could have a lot of ups and downs with others, with a business partner or a physical relationship partnership. Now, Uranus rules your 4th house of home and family. There could be maybe ups and downs with a partner due to family. Now, Venus rules your 12th house, and it rules your 7th house. So maybe there's something secretive or private with a partnership, that there's ups and downs with a partner. There could be something secretive and private here too. When it comes to your status, there's something secretive maybe you're keeping with a partner. I see that too. I don't know, but I do see a lot of ups and downs with a partner that could create issues. It's business or personal. And the 7th house is also the public, others. So when it comes to your business status or relationship status, there's others are causing issues. Now, I also see an issue with Uranus. It could be relating to home and family. So keep that in mind. Okay. Sagittarius, I see you. This is happening in your 9th house. Your Venus is in the 9th. Uranus is in the 6th. So if you work at a distance, this may be problematic. Or if your beliefs on what you do for work, if you're teaching, writing, publishing, or there's contracts in regards to a work situation, maybe things look a little difficult to me. Now, I want to say Uranus rules your 3rd house of communication, right? And Venus rules your 6th house of work and your 11th house of friends, groups, and organizations. So maybe this has to do with a work contract that is a little difficult to me, or maybe the work is at a distance, or you're having to travel for work that looks a little like a pain in the butt for you, right? Communication, there could be ups and downs with dealing with communications when it comes to your work and day-to-day activities. I think you're rethinking, reevaluating a contract. You could be rethinking and reevaluating a belief system too. You could be rethinking and reevaluating a long-distance relationship, right? And wondering do I want this, or rethinking, reevaluating marriage. Do I want marriage with this person, right? When it comes to your work and day-to-day activities, maybe dealing with somebody at a distance proves difficult to you, or having to work at a distance, or working under a contract that you're not really maybe happy with. I don't know. But any of these things could be applied, so take that in mind. Now, Capricorn, we have Venus is in your 8th, squaring Uranus in your 5th. So Venus in the 8th, you're rethinking and reevaluating intimacy, an intimate partnership. An old intimate partnership could come back from the past too. I forgot to say, any relationship stuff, people could come back from the past. That's all signs, just so you know. Love relationships, reruns back from the past could come back, just saying. Now, you could be rethinking and reevaluating a money situation too. Money you owe others, money they owe you, a loan, an investment. It's not a good time to get into a new loan. It could prove to be, oh man, I didn't know what I was getting into here, or what happened. Oh my gosh, I don't know. It's not a good time to get into a new intimate situation too, because when Venus goes direct, you're going to say, what the hell was I doing? So Venus rules for you your 5th house of romance, children, and creative projects, and your 10th house of your status. So some of you are rethinking, reevaluating an intimate situation and a money. Some of you could be reevaluating a money situation, but I'm also finding difficulty. Maybe there's unexpected things that come up with children, unexpected things that come up with a romantic partnership. So with children, maybe it's money, maybe it's a loan, or I'm not getting that child support or something like that. Maybe this is, unexpected things with romantic situation. There's ups and downs with intimacy. Maybe there's a new romantic partner. You're intimate with this person and you're wondering, should I continue this? And again, somebody you were romantic with before could come back from the past, and an old bill could resurface itself. Or you may rethink and reevaluate a loan or something that you owe others. Okay. All right. Well, I hope this was helpful. Uranus rules your 2nd house of money when it comes to kids. So there could be children, creative project, romance. I think a lot of you may have unexpected expenses with kids, just saying. All right, Aquarius. This is, your Venus is in your 7th house and Uranus is in your 4th house. Unexpected things with home and family. And your partner and your family could be at odds. Like, oh, your mother said this. Your mother, don't tell me your mother is living with us. It could be like that. And you feel like you're going nuts, right? So there's a lot of ups and downs in the home, right? Some people, there could be a move. Sometimes there could be a move that causes issues in the partnership. Or this could be relatives or family members causing issues with the partner. But I feel some of you could be rethinking, reevaluating love, relationship, business, or personal, right? Now, Venus rules your 9th house of contracts, and it also rules your 4th house of home. 9th house of contracts, people and places at a distance, teaching, writing, publishing, all of these things with a partner could be under a reevaluation, right? So a partner could come back from the past if you don't have a partner. This could be rethinking and reevaluating love in general and money. Okay, so if it's a business partnership, you could be rethinking and reevaluating some sort of contract, right? But I see there's a lot of there's tension with home and family around the dates that I gave, July 2nd, August 9th, and September 29th. Keep that in mind. All right, and Pisces, for you, alrighty, Venus is in your 6th house of work and day-to-day activities. Uranus is in your 3rd house of communication. So when it comes to communicating at work, or when it comes to your work and day-to-day activities, I want to say be careful driving too. You could have a little fender bender, but also I want to say, maybe you're having to think outside the box to bring in money when it comes to a work situation, or there's unexpected communication at work or that affects your work and day-to-day activities. And you're just like, what? Thank you for putting a wrench in my day, right? And this unexpected things may have to do with vehicles. Maybe your vehicle went crazy that day, or technology's giving you issues and it's affecting your work and day-to-day. This could be dealing with neighbors or a sibling too, could cause you issues. But you will be rethinking and reevaluating your work, your day-to-day activities. And some of you could be rethinking and reevaluating a health regimen. But usually with Venus in the 6th house, it softens what it touches. So maybe the only thing Venus would rule maybe blood sugar, some diabetes. So some of you could be rethinking, reevaluating your diet and how you want to take care of all that stuff, right? Because Venus does rule sugar. I want to say as well, Venus rules your 8th house, and it also rules your 3rd house of communication. So you may be communicating about loans. Maybe you're rethinking or reevaluating your work because you want to pay off loans or pay off something, or somebody owes you money. This could be that too. Now, yeah. But I'm going to tell you, a lot of you rethinking, reevaluating a job. An old job could come back from the past. You may do something you once did on a day-to-day basis, or resurrect a diet, a health regimen, right? That could be too. Let's see. Uranus rules your 12th house. So unexpected communication, something that you're not expecting, could be going on as well. And the dates again are July 2nd, August 9th, September 29th, a few days before and after those dates. So anyway, this is what I'm seeing happening. I wanted to let you know Venus retrograde would be, it's all tied in together. So Venus retro starts on the 28th, and it goes through July, all the rest of July, all through August, and the beginning of September, it goes direct. And that's when you can start again, starting something new with money or a relationship. But it's also going to be decision time. You know, if you're dealing with somebody that you were dating and then the past person comes back, you have a decision to make whether you want to continue with this past person, right? Or even a job. There's a decision to be made. Now, if you accept a new relationship or a new job, by the time Venus goes direct, you may not stay in that relationship or that job because you may think, I don't know, I'm not sure. I don't think you're for me, right? Now, August 28th, when Uranus goes retrograde in Taurus at 23 degrees, it's going to retrograde all the way through January 26, 2024, and it's going to go back to 19 degrees. So I'm going to tell you, Uranus is you rethinking and reevaluating all the ups and downs that have happened, right? It's not going to be as chaotic when Uranus retrogrades from August 28th through the rest of the year, just to let you know. All right. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. If you would like a personal reading from me, links will be below to the website. And I wanted to talk to you on this. I do have career readings on sale right now on the website. Here we go. Decoding Your Career on sale. And if you go to the main page and just scroll down a little bit, you will see this. It's also in specials on my website under specials. And this is me looking at your 2nd house, your 6th, your 10th house, and the rulers, any planets in those houses, and figuring out the best careers for you that would bring you money. Also, where your Venus is placed, the sign and house, and where the ruler is, it gives me more information as well. It's about a 15-minute video that will be sent to you. And you're going to have more than one career in your life. Not everyone's in the same job for 50 years like they did a long time ago. A lot of people, I know for me, most of the careers that my chart shows, I've done most of them. So it's really important to look at all of this. And a lot of people, when I do this live with a person on the phone, usually they're like, oh my gosh, I always wanted to go into that, but I never did. Or I was always interested in that. I always wanted to, but I didn't. So you want to look at that. Anyway, I love you. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And the links will be below to the website. Also, the students only section on the website is open and free all summer if you want to binge watch astrology and learn at your own pace. Over 200 videos are there, so you can have fun. Anyway, I love you. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good one.